Welcome and thank you for tuning in to the Believe in Yourself podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Believe, better known as Kev B.E., man. And if you yourself are interested in creating your own podcast, let me show you how to do it, man. Let me give you some great advice. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. I only need two things real quick. Listen in close. Number one, it's free. That should say it all right there. But if that's not enough, number two, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means you can start making money from day one on your podcast and start putting that money to good use. So, let me give you the information. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started today. And I want to hear your podcast. Peace. Welcome to the Believe in Yourself podcast. And today we're going to be sitting down with Antoine, the creator of I Motivate the Streets, CEO of GFM Services, and franchise owner of Jams Proof Nashville. Tune in as he tells his story into entrepreneurship, where he goes from the corner to the corporate and brings motivation to the streets. Thank you for tuning in to the Believe in Yourself podcast. And I'm your host, Kevin Akinbiyi, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning into these episodes. And I pray, and my prayer is that everyone has been getting some type of inspiration, motivation, or even some tips and tricks of the trade that they can use in their everyday journey or lives into entrepreneurship, professionalism, or just downright living. Now, if you want some more from our guests on the show, we're eventually going to be partnering with them and bringing you some special discounted items later on. So if you love these guests and love the things that they have to offer and you would love to support and build the community, all you need to do is text BIY to 31996. That's BIY to 31996, and let's grow this community together. Peace. Welcome to the Believe in Yourself podcast. I am your host, Mr. Kevin Akinbiyi. Thank you for tuning in to the Believe in Yourself podcast. Today we have a special guest. Mr. I Motivate the Streets is going to be coming and joining us today on the Believe in Yourself podcast. And for those who have been watching the podcast, been listening, and paying attention, to join the Believe in Yourself community, you just text B to 31996. That's BIY to 31996. For those who want to listen to the podcast, you can always catch any of my videos. You can always catch us on Anchor, Google, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're also on the radio, on the satellite radio station called YourLiveRadio.com. YourLiveRadio.com, each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. live. Hey, guess what's going on, sir?
Hey, what's going on with you, Gabe? I'm good, man.
Good, man. How you feeling going so far?
Busy, dog. Been up since about 6. Just moving around in the streets, doing some things, kind of prepping for the podcast, too. So it's been a little busy.
That's what's up, man. How's the weather out there?
Hot. Lately it was hot, bro. It rained early, but now it's in the 90s, so, you know, we warm around here. We warm.
Yeah, the same thing down here, man. It's hot.
Yeah, I heard.
We got a little bit of rain this past weekend, but that was about it. Every
That
year,
normally,
it's hot.
that normally gonna make you hotter anyway, so how that go?
Okay, what you? So I just want to catch you, man. I know you've been paying attention to what's going on in this climate, this economy that's going on with Floyd and all the protests and all that. How do you feel about it? What's your take?
just having a six-figure job or an executive type position, but more so let's own what we do so we can have a little more power on it.
Definitely. That's probably one of the best explanations I've heard about what's going on. Take on it. And that's my system. You ask people to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if my son, something happens in the streets, and he can go to some other man that you don't even know. Say, hey, can you help me out? Can you help me? I mean, guys don't look at him like, where's your dad? You know, like, where's your parents? And that's kind of like, you don't have no structure. So, like, that was my biggest thing. Like, I get the protest, bring me awareness. You know, I get up that. I get like the demonstrations. What's the point? What we gonna do?
Right. And not only that, just to add to that real quick, it's like we are protesting a system that's put in place by the individuals that want their family and their lineage to win. It's designed for them to win. So we saying, hey, I know you set up the system for you and your people to win, but let's tear it down and make a new system so our people can win. It's like, really? Like, why would they do that? Like, that makes no sense. Like, I wouldn't do it. If my son don't win for the next 50 years and his son don't win, I'm keeping that system in place. You go over there and build your own system. So I think that that's what we should do. We should build our own system.
And I remember who said this. Somebody mentioned something to that sentiment. Like, we have to just do our own thing. You technically can't get mad at them for having the system that they have. Like, you know? So all you have to do is, if you like some of the things, then you can adopt some of those things. It takes a little while. We ultimately need to build our own system and put our own selves in positions and in places of power to be able to move and maneuver in this society, in this world, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Definitely, man. So now we got a few people tuning in. I just want to say, man, thank you for tuning in, coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me. This is my first one.
Oh, this your first one?
Yeah, it's my first one.
I'm glad I can help to spread your message, man.
Absolutely, bro.
And to all for those who follow me on the podcast regularly, I'm in a group called Unity as well. If you follow me prior, a few other members of Unity as well, I really love this group. And I encourage anybody out there who's an aspiring entrepreneur to join the group because you get to meet different people from across the country who have the same ideas and mentality as you. You can build some type of connection and memory. So I think that offer to do the podcast, he definitely was a gracious guy to come on and gracious with his presence. So today, so could you give the people a little bit of background about what it is that you do and why is it that you motivate the streets?
But right now, the reason why I motivate the streets is because I'm a product of the streets. And somebody that kind of jumped out there early, 14, 15, I kind of went full steam into the street life, drugs, banging, all that. You know, so I kind of had that as an end-all, be-all. I figured, you know, you play the streets until you win or you lose. That kind of like was the mentality amongst my people, amongst my cousins, brothers, uncles. You know, you just play the streets, you hustle, you know, you either win or you lose. And as my family started to grow, though, and I started to be older, like, okay, I'm on my third, me and my wife, you know, we on our third kid. I'm like, you like 28, bro. Like, ain't no penitentiary time now. Like, you gotta go to the pen when you're like 19. You know, if you gonna do it, get it out the way while you're young. But as I started getting old, I was like, hold up, I ain't about to leave them out on the street like that. Because my father was killed when I was 9 years old. Because he played the streets to the death. And I was like, I kind of want to break that. So that's where I motivate the streets came from. It's just like being able to come up out of that and turn your life around. Where I'm at now, as far as what I do, I co-own and operate GFM Services. That's customer service training, project management. Also, I have a commercial cleaning franchise that we own and operate out of Jam Pro. And man, really just investing. I got some investments that I'm currently involved in with a few people around here. We're doing some group investments, things like that. And I motivate the streets. It's kind of just like my own brand. Just looking to really to wake the people up that's in the hood. And sometimes a lot of brothers and sisters, man, we have a good message, but it don't relate to the streets. Because the streets will look at you. If you're in a suit and tie, the streets probably won't relate to you. Again, I want to refer back to Dr. Boyce Watkins. That's one of my favorite guys in the world who I never met. When he talk, man, it's powerful. But imagine a street cat trying to grasp on to what he's saying. You might miss the message. So for me, I kind of want to hit you at that street level, get you prepped. Then you can move on up to somebody that's, you know, a little more wise, a little more knowledgeable, you know, in that area. So like I said, right now, man, we just pushing our brand, we pushing our business. I got the hat company called Body. This is stand for Be On Time Every Day. We got the I Motivate the Streets merchandise. You know, so we just moving around like that, man. Just trying to stay owners, man. You know, stay building. Oh, how can I forget this? I'm dean of students at the Law and Leadership School, which is a private school here in Tennessee. We operate under the homeschool laws, so we got a little flexibility on as far as the curriculum that we teach. And we really just trying to build that up too, man. You know, it's really for the community. We trying to give them that real education.
Wow, man, that's a boatload of things right there. You just unloaded on me.
Yeah, bro, we busy, man.
So that's just so a testament to your resilience and your want to do better. I'm pretty sure people always say even the fast money in the street is going hard, but you definitely found a way to make it work for you. So what were some of the challenges that you had to face in that transition? Going from there to now, being a dean student. How did you get to that point, man?
The biggest challenge was exactly that, the fast money. And not only that, the comfort level too. And that kind of sounds weird, right? You can't be comfortable in the streets, but I was. Like a lot of people are comfortable in that. A shark is comfortable in the water. No matter what he around, no matter what dangers he faces, he's like, I'm a shark, so I'm good either way. That's the way I always looked at it. And really, man, I kind of dipped back in and out like 6, 7, 8 years ago. I kind of was dipping back in, dipping back out, and I noticed how that was going to get me in trouble. So that probably was like the hardest transition, just going to something that you've been doing 10, 15 years straight and then try to do something else. But once I committed and made the choice that I was going to build these brands, build these businesses, I think, man, just procrastinate. You know, thinking I need to learn, you know, 2 more things before I go out there. Or I need to have $5,000 more before I invest. Or I need to take a couple more seminars. I need to watch a few more videos. That held me back for a minute, man, until I was like, you know what? I'm finna just sink or swim. You know, I'm finna put my money in. I'm finna put the time in. And I'm gonna take the lesson how it comes. If I fail, I'm gonna take it as a lesson. If I win, then I'm gonna build on that. So I think that's kind of like, that was probably like the biggest challenge, man, just procrastinating.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that's one of my challenges, just in my everyday thing. I'm on procrastinating on things. I don't think it's bad as long as you plan yourself accordingly. You can work your way through it. One of the things that I grasped earlier that you said was about, you know, when Dr. Boyce Watkins speaks, I definitely catch a lot of his videos. I can see how if somebody wasn't educated or got to that level of education to where they would understand, you know, what he's trying to say to you or convey, it's kind of honest. And you're kind of like, I'm not trying to hear that. So it's great that you're building a platform where you're trying to meet people where they are first, right? And then you lift them up. Because I feel like sometimes, and it could just be everybody's messages for different audiences. But I feel like sometimes people, when they talk to certain people, they kind of expect them to be at a certain level already or expect them to understand. And sometimes you gotta take the time to meet them where they're at and then push them up first before they can actually hear or understand what you're saying. And that's how I agree making it fun.
Agreed.
Has there ever been a time during the process where maybe you hit a brick wall and like you said a couple of years ago you was dibbling, dabbling still? Was there a time that you said, you know what, I don't know if I want to do this, I'm going to go back this way? Or you had to just push through persevere?
Yeah, so when I say back in 2016, I'm a new entrepreneur, man.
Hey, it's Mr. Believe, and I want to tell you about Unique African Boutique. It is a beautiful collection of authentic clothing, jewelry, accessories, and art that are made with the highest quality from artisans in Africa. What you get from Unique African Boutique, you can't get from anywhere else. Our entire collection is made up of one-of-a-kind pieces that promote the culture, music, and lifestyle of Africa, with care for the artisans and their families and their livelihood. Shop Unique African Boutique today at shopuniqueafricanboutique.com.
So back in 2016 is when I decided I was working in customer service. I had a middle management position. I was working for a roadside assistance company doing customer service. I was taking high volume calls, stressful calls, like I'm on the side of the road at 2 in the morning, come get me. You know what I mean? I had to dispatch that, make sure that worked. So when I decided to get into entrepreneurship, I literally Googled the cheapest business you can start. So that was like my Google search. How do I start a business with like $100? And one of the businesses that came up was cleaning. You can start a cleaning service. So I was like, okay, I know how to clean. I don't need no skills for that. I know how to clean. And I literally took like $250, man. I bought equipment, business cards, did my thing, and was like, okay, now I'm a business. Now, mind you, at this point, I had read not one business book, no audio books. I don't know about taxes. I don't know about LLC, EIN. I don't know about none of that, right? So I got a van and I got some mops, right? So I'm a business. And surprisingly, it caught on. It was off and on. I get a contract here, I get a contract there. But I couldn't quit my job. And that's kind of what my mind was at. I wanted to quit my job. And which was another mistake, right? You shouldn't want to quit your job too fast, right? So then after about 2018, 2019, I went back. Because now at this point I had read audio books, I had read books, I had got certifications, I'm a little more knowledgeable now. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get a cleaning franchise. I'm going to use Jam Pro for the brand recognition and jump right into contracts. So that's how I got into the franchise. I took $5,000. I bought a franchise, and it was kind of like on from there. You know what I mean? So the beginning part was cleaning, and I was like, this ain't it. I was like, hold up, maybe this is it. My target just off, and that's when I went to the franchise. I was like, okay, this was it. And of course, you got your drawbacks with that too, pros and cons. But with the brand recognition, you know what I mean? When the brand recognition was there, like Jam Pro. So if I went around and said, hey, I'm a Jam Pro franchise owner, it was easier to get those contracts. So for me, I would say anybody, man, when you first getting out there, really understand the marketing principles of a business. And it's different now because a lot of it is online marketing, which probably was in 2016 too. But a lot of it now is online. So just lock your online game up, and I think you will miss a lot of those hurdles.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like your story at the beginning when you said you first started with your business and you didn't have your EIN, you didn't have your But that's the best part, because it's like a lot of times people wait and they try to get wrong ways, like get my EIN, I'll get my this, I'll get my this, I'll get my that. But you could have made money in the process of doing it. Like, I'm all for running businesses the right way. But when you first start, you gotta do what you gotta do to get there.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. And a lot of these businesses, you was able to sign contracts without having a lot of those things.
Absolutely, yeah.
I commend it because you did it. Some people say, I gotta get on this. You did go out there and make the money and use that money to pay for your business. As long as before the end of the year you learn about the taxes and everything, you can backdate everything and get it out of the business.
Sure can. And low key, if you don't even make a certain amount, you ain't even gotta claim that. That's a whole other tax story.
I think it's almost like $12,000 now.
Yeah, bro, you don't even gotta claim that, bro. That's like, you just made that, bro. They ain't tripping on that.
Do it, man. Don't worry about the paperwork, worry about the thing. Because while you're doing it, the point you're gonna learn is something you know. So I have to waste all your time to get the EIN and the extra certifications, or you'll learn how you actually want to set process. Like you said, you want to go to franchise. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you're able to set up the way that works best for you, now that you understand actually working in the business. So that was dope right there, man. I like that. So what would you say is your biggest accomplishment that you had thus far?
And I would say outside of business, I would say my personal development. Just me as a man, from being a teenager and a young man to the man that I've developed into now. You know, my sense of kinship to like every other, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck, man, to every other like black person. When I see another brother or sister, like, dude, I look at them like that instantly. Like I don't feel no type of negativity towards them. At first, though, it wasn't like that. I always was on guard with everybody. Because of that street type of thinking, I always was on guard. So I would say my personal development is one of my biggest accomplishments. And then just what I mean to my family. You know, like my immediate family, my wife, my kids. Just logged on down Sunday. My wife and my kids, man, my immediate family, and then my outside family. What I mean to my brothers, my moms, my cousins. Like, they really lean on me, man, for advice, for motivation. Like, they hit me up all the time. Like, dude, I look for you every morning, bro, for one of your posts. I'm digging that. So that's probably my biggest accomplishment outside of business. Obviously, with business, man, it's just having GFM services. And funny story about that. So, we own the cleaning franchise, which is Jam Pro. But in order to have a franchise, you have to have an LLC first in order for you to buy into the franchise. So we started GFM Services. That was our LLC. Then when we started running the Jam Pro cleaning franchise, I was like, okay, we can have the Jam Pro cleaning franchise and GFM Services as our cleaning company. So we knocking them out, 2 birds with one stone. But then I was like, I'm breaking my back, bro. Like, this is cleaning, this is commercial cleaning. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't residential cleaning, this is commercial cleaning. You know what I mean? So I was like, I think you not utilizing your skills, your certifications, man. Like, I've been putting in this work for 4 or 5 years, getting certified in sociology, critical thinking, business development, project management. Like, you need to start using that. So we flipped GFM Services to that exact thing that we specialized in, and we just maintained Jam Pro as the cleaning company. So just building GFM Services up right now, man, I think that's right now in business. That's probably my proud. That's probably my biggest accomplishment.
That's dope, man. Great accomplishments right there, man. Especially part of being able to now inspire other people to be a motivation for the community and people around you. That's the biggest thing. Because your impact on the community, you don't know how far that's going to spread. Right? Yeah. Probably next Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What are some of the biggest lessons you learned?
Oh, man. Shoot. Too many. I would say, read the paperwork. Read the paperwork, man. You gotta sign off on it until you read it. If you got lawyer money, have lawyer money. You know, really have lawyer money, man. Take that. You'd be surprised what type of money you get, what type of legal consultation you get with a few $100. You know what I mean? Like, really have that aside, read that paperwork. Because when you're dealing with these people, they have their best interests in mind. When they slide that paper across the table, it's mainly to benefit them. Not that they trying to take nothing or get over on you, but they need to benefit, and you need to benefit. So y'all got to meet somewhere in the middle. So I would say read that paperwork. And with these social media influencers, man, do your research, do your background, do your history. Because, man, you can rent a Ferrari. I can rent a Ferrari right now, bro. Fly to Florida, rent a Ferrari. You know what I mean? Spend $500 on that Gucci, and then I can post up and be like, I'm cashing out. So, you know, do your background search on their companies that they run. You know what I mean? Like, you can do a search on them and see what type of company they actually run. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot going on right now where we're being taken advantage of. And there's some good brothers and sisters out here, don't get me wrong, but really just do your research, man. Do your research on anything, any business you're trying to
ups, downs, ebbs and flows. So it's kind of a little stressful. How do you cope with stress?
You know what, man? Stress is almost like, so immediate stress, I think, is a good thing, to be honest. It keeps you sharp, right? Because a lot of our stress is not even real. Because when we stress, think about it, when we stress, we stressing on future events that haven't happened yet. Exactly. Or we stress about past events that already happened. Neither one of those are real anymore. If it's already happened, it's not real. It's gone. It's done. If it hasn't happened, you don't even know it is going to happen. So that type of stress, I don't even deal with. The way I don't deal with that is a lot of it, like now, with me through meditation, yoga. Yeah, you know, I do yoga. I'm a street cat, but I be doing yoga every morning. Meditate, you know what I mean? Positive affirmations, and just kind of, you know, whatever I think I fear, I try to look it up. Like, how do you relieve stress, or how do you conquer stress? I look it up, and then I weed out what's good for me, what's not good for me. And you know, the immediate stress, like the real stress, like, hey, you got a deadline. You know, you have to meet this deadline. It's a contract. It's a real thing. Then I just take it as like a challenge. I use my expertise. I use what I know. And, you know, I say, well, you know this, bro. Like, this is why you started the business. You know how to do this. So just go ahead and do it. So, again, just to kind of clear that up, I think the immediate stress, I use it as motivation. I use it to keep me sharp. And the fake stress, I don't even acknowledge. I don't acknowledge what's going to happen 3 weeks from now. If I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage. I ain't thinking about that, man. That's in 20 more days. That's in 20 more days, bro. I got 20 days for that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like that, man. Definitely. I like to still go down to the yoga, man. I definitely fell off the wagon. I need to get back into that, man. I definitely.
It's easy.
Stress. It's definitely a stress relief, man. I like that. So what is your 5-year plan?
You know what, man? I don't have a 5-year plan, bro. I don't plan that far ahead. My planning is daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, right? Because what 5 years is gonna look like,
We don't even
what
know.
5 years look like today, it's not gonna look like that in 2025, right? It's just not. Because 5 years ago, I didn't have this plan. I didn't have GFM services. I didn't see myself motivating the streets the way that I'm doing it, creating content. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go to design school. I just figured this stuff out. So I don't deal with plans that far ahead. Now I do have an overall vision of what I want my brands to be, what I want them to look like.
Hey, it's Mr. Believe, and I'm here to tell you about Titan Protective Services, where they protect what matters most to you. Titan Protective Services provides innovative security solutions for apartment complexes, rental properties, and condominiums. We believe that as a family-run company, we are here to make sure your property is taken care of and protected from vandalism, theft, and destruction. Contact us today for your security needs. Visit www.titanproserv.com today or call us at 844-39-TITAN. That's 844-39-TITAN.
Look like I do have a final vision of what I want to pass down to my legacy, right? I do have that. But on that time frame, I don't. It works best for me if I just break it down daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. That way I can measure it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I wanted to do this week. Let's measure that. Let's see what goals you hit, which ones you didn't. And then again, that 5 year, that's going to create that fake stress. Because what if you, year one into your 5-year plan, you're like, man, I'm way behind. Now I'm stressed out because you think you're way behind on the 5-year plan. Yeah. So I go daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, man.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that sentiment. I just asked the question to see what people try to think about, man. But I myself, I probably plan, I used to do it about quarterly, but now I probably do it just 3 months at a time. I try to do it day by day, and then I have a goal what I want to see too, and then every day I just make sure I'm a little bit better than yesterday. So like my
There it is.
a whole chapter, I said, okay, I did half the chapter yesterday. Let me finish that chapter today. Then tomorrow get on to and by the end I want to be somewhere else.
That's perfect right there. Yeah, a little bit better every day.
That's it. So what mistakes would you say that you wish you could have avoided? Because before I let you answer, I just want to give a little bit of context on what type of mistakes. Because like you said, you did your EIN and you didn't know anything about taxes, so you probably had to do something going back and looking at it or whatever. But I think those are good mistakes because you learn what you really needed. You know, a lot of times this idea for a plan, hey, I'm going to be here. I want to be doing this. We don't know what journey we're going to have to take to get there. You just walk in there knowing that you have an end goal to get to, but you don't know exactly what it's going to take to get there. So there's going to be mistakes along the way because you're pretty much walking, just figuring it out. But the mistakes that you make help you get to that goal. But sometimes there are those mistakes that you can say, you know what, I probably didn't have to go that route. I didn't have to call that business. I would have been all right. Are there any mistakes like that you would have to say that you probably didn't avoid it?
I would say, for me, doing too much at once. There was a time when I was trying to start maybe 3 or 4 businesses at once, thinking I needed these. Of course, you need 5 to 7 revenue streams, right? If you are proactively trying to be a millionaire, right? Which a lot of us are. Like some people think about it in their mind. Oh, what do we need to be a millionaire? And I want to be like, yeah, that's cool. Some people are proactively trying to get there, right? And they're taking the real steps forward, right? So we know one of the steps you got to have multiple income streams, at least 5. So I took that literally, like start 5 businesses, you know what I mean? Or do 5 things like right now. So that was one of the things for me, trying to start too many things at once. And then I would say taking criticism or advice from people that's not worthy to give me criticism or advice. I look at it like if you haven't, not to be arrogant or, you know what I mean, but if you haven't been where I'm trying to go, it's hard for you to tell me how I can't get there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that never registered with me up until now. It's like some people I used to admire and respect, but when I would come to them for advice, it was negative, and I would take it, like, because I admire and respect them for different reasons. But it's like, okay, but this is business. I'm not admire you because you were a strong man in the street. You know, you were a street dude and you were successful. But we talking business now, and it's like, man, I would get into this. You know, black people's default business to get into is real estate. Real estate. Man, we need to buy some property. You know, that's what everybody was telling. We need to buy some. So when I was coming with these bold business ideas, it was like, we need to buy some property, fix it up, flip it up. And I was like, yeah, we need to do that. And it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taking advice from people that really weren't at the level that I was trying to get to. And they're still my peoples. I love them to this day, but we just don't connect on business. So I would say trying to start too many things at once and taking advice from people that are not where you're trying to go. So those are some of the biggest mistakes I've made.
Yeah, that's definitely great advice right there. And when you try to build those income streams, it's more of a marathon, like Nipsey Hussle said. Like, you just gotta start with one, let them roll out. Like, you started with your 1, now turn it into 2, then turn it into 3. And then taking advice from people, I just look at it like, everybody, we all have a mirror in front of us, man. So if somebody's telling you something like, oh, don't try that, it's because inside of them, they wouldn't try it. But because they wouldn't try it, it's not that they're being negative. Sometimes people are just being negative. But some people are trying to look out for your best interest because it hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? They was hurt, they tried it, so they don't want you to go through the hurt they did. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
That's sometimes.
I feel that.
So do you have any entrepreneurs?
As that who? Say it again.
Any tips? Do you have any tips for entrepreneurs?
Tips. Yeah. Do something that you love doing. If gonna try to branch out to this entrepreneurship, do something you love doing, do something you know how to do, and I would say try to create, it's an audio book, I forget the exact name of it, but it kind of breaks down blue oceans and red oceans. I don't know if you ever read this audio book. So a red ocean is filled with companies and businesses that are fighting for the same market share, right? So you think about the car industry, GM, Ford, Tesla, BMW, they all fight for the same market share, right? People to buy cars. So a blue ocean is when you create your own market, right? You create your own, like Amazon did. There's no other Amazon. There's no other Amazon. Google, there's no other Google. Yeah, there's other search engines, but they're nowhere near what Google is. So I would say either, do something that you love, do something you know how to do, or try to create a completely different market. That would be my best advice. The other stuff, you can YouTube it and Google it. You just scale a business, to grow a business, marketing, sales, that's free information. You know what I mean? But if you want that real, try to do something that's never been done before. Be bold. If you young, especially, man, fail 50 times. All you need to do, you need to be right once.
That's it.
Once. Fail 50 times and be right once. That's all you need to do.
And I will say again, like we mentioned earlier, you're going to have those people, those naysayers, especially when you're coming up with that idea that's never been done. Nobody's ever seen it. Nobody knows what it's going to look like. Only you have the vision. So when you have something like that, you just got to have your blinders on and go for it, man. Don't worry about anything else. Now, before we get to the second segment, I wanted to ask everybody into the podcast, if you guys have any questions for I Motivate the Streets, put them in the question box below. And after we put them on this, after we actually this and that segment, we'll definitely put them on the hot seat with any questions that you may have. I just have a couple of announcements to say to the people listening to the podcast. First off, if you guys want to join the Believe in Yourself community, where we're going to be giving out special discounts, special offers, even some giveaways to people that join the community. Text DIY to 31996. That's DIY to 31996. And for this month's Black Dollar Challenge, which is sponsored by Unique African Boutique, we're going to sponsor two businesses. The businesses that we're sponsoring this month is Unity is Wealth. And they're going to be giving us the winner of the raffle. They're going to win a Unity pack with some sea moss, some elderberry, and some other good things to help boost your immune system, during this time. And the other business is a nonprofit called Extraordinary Youth, where they use the arts and music and acting to help promote public speaking and confidence in the youth. So that's definitely a nonprofit that we definitely want to support, especially knowing that it's ran and owned by someone who looks like us. The golden nugget for today, which is sponsored by Titan Protective Services, is if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Whatever it is you want to do with your life, whatever idea you have, whatever thing you want to do, sometimes we're looking for that easy route, we're looking for that perfect opportunity, that perfect time. It's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be easy. Whenever you know you're going to the gym and you're trying to lose 30 pounds, or you're trying to gain 30 pounds of muscle, you already know when your mind is going to hurt. The same thing is going to happen when you start that business. It's going to hurt a little bit. You're going to get emotionally drained. Your feelings hurt by people that you think will support you, but you just got to go through it, because as you overcome the challenges, it's only making you stronger and changing you into the person that you envision yourself to be. And lastly, I want to tell everybody, listening to the podcast, you can listen to us on Anchor, Google, Apple, and wherever you listen to the podcast. And you can catch us. We release the podcast on there Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You can catch us live here on Instagram, Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Wednesday, we're on YourVibeRadio.com, satellite radio station from 6 to 7 p.m. So now let's get back into our segment. It's called This or That. Now we're going to get a little bit more into what's going on inside of Mr. Antoine Brain over there. So, which one do you prefer? Audiobooks or podcasts?
For business, I prefer audiobooks. For, I would say, personal development, I would go with podcasts. Because when I say that, it's because when someone one is teaching on personal development, like social development, things like that. I like to kind of feel that person's energy. I want to see that person. If I can visually see them, I can kind of like fill out their body language, how they looking. I can see that glow when they start talking about personal development. When it's business, though, I like to just zone in, be in my space, absorb the words. I can pause it, take my notes. So it's going to be business, audio, personal development, I would say podcast.
Okay. So do you have any suggestions to give out to the audience as far as in each one? Like maybe some audio books they can listen to, some podcasts they can probably subscribe?
A great one, man, for business is The Hard Things About Hard Things. I cannot think of this man's name. Anderson Horowitz, I think he's the author. It's pretty much the guys that started Netscape. This is from my old heads. The guys that started Netscape. This was one of the original search engines, one of the original software platforms back in 99, 2000 when the .com. He pretty much started his www during the .com bust of 1999 and 2000. If you're young, you ain't gonna remember that. But the internet started to take off between 96 and 99. But when 2000 hit, Netscape, wow. When somebody just said, wow, Netscape. yeah. Andy Horowitz. So the internet, the .com boom, kind of like what the housing boom of 08 was. That's what the internet bust was of 2000. So they had to hold on to that business, and man, they built that thing up, dude. They built it up. So that's one. The Blue Ocean, Red Ocean. I think it's called Blue Oceans and Red Oceans. I think it's actually called that. I forget who the authors are, man. That's pretty bad that I forget who the authors are. Those are two ones that really woke me up. The Power of One. I forget the author, of course, but it's called The Power of One. And that's kind of what I was touching on about starting something that's never been done. The main premise of that book is like when you add to a bunch of stuff that's already.
Hey, what's going on? I hope you guys enjoying the episode. This is Mr. Believe, and I just want to invite you guys to follow me on IG at KEV as in Victor, B as in boy, IYI. That's at KevBE on IG if you want to catch any of these interviews live and in color. See you soon.
Nothing improves. But when you come out with something completely new, then you advance life, you advance civilization, actually. You know, before it was Facebook, think about, okay, Facebook, it does have some negative things to it. But think about what Facebook has done for the world, bro. Like, you can really talk to your people. Look at Instagram, what we doing? You're in Florida, I'm in Tennessee, bro. And we chat. Like, that changed the world. So, just a few of those, man. The Hard Things About Hard Things, Blue Oceans, Red Oceans, and The Power of One. It's called Blue Ocean? Yeah. Blue Ocean. Yeah, Blue Ocean.
Any podcast?
Good ones.
Any podcast you want to suggest?
Definitely Believe in Yourself, DIY podcast off the flip. That's going to be one of the ones I'm definitely on from here on out. Of course, Earn Your Leisure. Them brothers is phenomenal, man. Earn Your Leisure. I think they're like the only ones I'm really into right now. The brother 19 Keys, you hear what he do, him and his brother. I listen to that one. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to podcasts, man. Like the only ones I really be jumping into. I really don't have a lot of time to sit down and listen to a podcast these days. I don't.
Yeah. I think it's like seasons. Sometimes I go through a season where I can just go through a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It gets to a time where it's like, okay, I got it.
I'm working. Yeah. Right.
So what's your favorite app? Facebook or Instagram?
Oh, man. I'm old, so it's Facebook. And I need to learn how to use Instagram, man. Like, I can use it, but I don't be on it like I should. So right now it's Facebook. It would be Facebook. I think Instagram is Instagram serves, it's better for personal branding. You know, motivational speakers, podcasts, influencers, personal development. It's better for that. When you straight, I think business to business or direct business to customer, businesses is better on Facebook. I think because it's a more older demographic, people that's really spending money and not just watching. I think Facebook is better for that, and that's kind of what my business. That is what my business is. It's business to business and business to direct business to consumer. So I do a lot of my branding, a lot of my marketing on Facebook. But I think I Motivate the Street is better on Instagram. So just depends.
Okay, that's a good take. I haven't heard that take before, but I can kind of see how that is because my listen to my podcast definitely has gone up since I started putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, sure.
You got that correlation right there. So music, you're from the Midwest area, this Midwest region.
Right.
You prefer between Nelly and Jayquan?
I'm gonna go with for the streets. I'm gonna take Jayquan. Right, what he did for the streets, he kind of showed all the street cats that it was another way. Because before, again, it was like sell dope and buy a 2-family flat. Like that's the end all be all. So Jayquan was actually a street cat that really made it, you know, with rap. So he would be, for morality reasons, I would say that. On a business tip, though, it would be Nelly, and lyrically, Nelly could write better songs than anybody out of St. Louis. I think Nelly wrote better songs. He put St. Louis on the map globally. There was some personal issues between what Nelly should and shouldn't have did for the city, what he could, you know, that kid. People always think he could do more for the city.
Yeah.
If I had the bag, I'd put everybody on. So Nelly really faced that backlash. He didn't put enough people on. And then I just want to say rest in peace to Huey, man. He was a St. Louis legend. If you remember the song Pop, Lock, and Drop It back in the early 2000s, he was a St. Louis legend. He got killed in his own neighborhood a few weeks ago. So, yeah, baby Huey, man, he was definitely a St. Louis legend too. So rest in peace to him and his family. I don't know him personally, but I know people that know him personally, people that's kin to him. So I felt that in a different way too. So, but Nelly, shout out to the 314, man, all the way around. So, you know,
shout out, man. You rep. So the next question is into the sports arena. So now we just have earlier during quarantine, they released this Michael Jordan documentary. And you know that great debate has been going on around since somebody's watching sports, everybody's been talking about it. But I look at it in two separate ways when I talk about these two guys. I feel like one did better in one area, one does better in another. But who would you pick as your favorite basketball or best of all time between Michael Jordan and LeBron James?
For me, it's Mike. Yeah, it's hands down Mike. Now I say that, but I think LeBron is an overall better player. He can do more things.
Yeah.
But offensively and defensively, I don't think nobody can compare to Mike. And what Mike is willing to do to win. Nobody had that work ethic besides Kobe. Kobe's not even been higher than Mike. But what he was willing to do to get better, to be the best, nobody compared to Mike. But I grew up in that era though, man. So I seen Mike win those 6 rings. Like I seen Mike win those. I know what Mike was capable of. Yeah. So it would be Mike. It would be Mike, man. And actually, LeBron is third on my list. I got Mike, Kobe, then LeBron. Yeah, I got LeBron is third. Yeah.
Okay, you got the bomb in there.
Of course.
I think LeBron is just a better athlete because of his size. Like you said, he just do different things that Jordan probably couldn't do. But as a player, Jordan bar none was like, when I watched that documentary again, it just reminded me this dude was just on another level.
He was on another level.
But if I was talking about impact, I would say because of what LeBron is doing, and we can say it's different eras, Jordan paved the way because he did show people that you can make more money outside of basketball. You can really check it out. So the evolution of that. So maybe Jordan set it off. But LeBron definitely has a broader impact with the show
hands down, bar none, the best when it comes to that. Like, nobody's really spoken for the culture like LeBron. He used his fame, his stardom like him. And to end that, though, to kind of just end that, LeBron can play all 5 positions. Like, literally. Yeah. He can play all 5 positions. So that's unheard of. And he the only one that came back down 3-1 to win the chip.
Yeah.
I would say if he wins 2 more rings, I would probably give him the GOAT. If he wins 2 more rings. If you give him 5, we're no 6. I'm just really got the yeah, if he gets 6 though, if he gets 6 with the if he 3-peat with the Lakers or do 3 with the Lakers, I'll give him it, Mike.
I'm going to give it to him too, but that's the reason why you give it to him. Because right now, the way the NBA is, the way the talent is spread out, everybody's going to the team and complaining. I think it's more spread out now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. If he pulls it off, he's definitely the GOAT.
He get the GOAT.
Now, this last question is something I ask everybody, man. It's just like my own fight right here.
Gotcha.
I'm a big guy, so I like cookies and I like sweets. And every time I look at the grocery store, I have this problem. I gotta ask myself, what am I gonna get? Chocolate chips or Oreos? Which one would you prefer?
Hey, man, you know what? I'm not a cookie guy, bro. I'm not a cookie guy.
Oh, no.
I'm not.
That's a great compliment.
But if I had to pick, it would be the Oreo Thins. The ones that's thin. I could eat those over chocolate chip cookies. So I would say Oreo. I would go say Oreo.
I definitely like these Oreo Thins. Those things.
Yeah, the Oreo Thins is cool because I don't like all that cream, man. I don't like all that. I'm not a cookie person, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do not eat cookies. I don't like it.
Everybody has their own thing. Some people like cake, some people like candy, some people like other stuff.
That's me, man. When I was indulging in my sweets, in my older age, I've scaled back a lot.
Yeah.
I was more of a gummy type, gummy worms and gummy bears and all that. Just
that's my wife's
too much. Ice cream sandwiches, like, dude, it's too much, man. I try to keep that stuff about my body these days, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I try.
It's tough, though. It's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle.
I try my best, but it always finds a way.
It's a struggle. Bro. Trust me. I'm already knowing it's a struggle.
Oh, man. So, man, we're coming down to the end of the podcast, man. I just thank you, number one, for coming on to the podcast. I think everybody who's in and been listening. I just want to remind everybody, if they want to participate in the Black Dollar Challenge, is about circulating the black dollar. Yes, we're only donating $1 from each person, but it's symbolism to show how much that dollar can do if we do it together. And the two that we're sponsoring this month, Unity as Well, is definitely an organization that is making and creating change in our community and the type of thing I would like to see. And I'm pretty sure other people would like to see. And then Extraordinary Youth. I mean, anything that has to do with teaching our youth and giving them the confidence that they need to just operate in this world, I'm all for it. So these are certain organizations that all you need to do is send $1 to the hashtag #IBelieve15, hashtag #IBelieve15, and you will enter number 1 to win a Unity Boost raffle from Unity as well. And a portion of your proceeds are going to go to support Extraordinary Youth Inc. So definitely look into doing that this month. Remember, if you want to join the community, text BIY to 31996. That's BIY to 31996. And Mr. I Motivate the Streets, Mr. Antoine, I want to thank you, number one, sir, for coming on. You had a great story, remarkable story. You definitely inspired me. Some things.
My pleasure.
And definitely making me want to get on my horse and keep doing this thing, man. Just bring a story.
Appreciate that.
Because what you're doing over there is great, and we need more examples like that to be showcasing out front for our community. Too many times, the other media portrays us in another light, according to detail. It just doesn't give our youth the example or what they need to really succeed. And more people being out there doing your work is needed. Thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, bro.
everybody how they can get in contact with you, how they can support you, and how they can keep you guys going.
Absolutely. On Instagram, at I Motivate the Streets, spelled just like it says, at I Motivate the Streets. On Facebook, at Antoine Gray, that's ANTWOYNE, Gray, GRAY. You can hit us up on the website, gfmservices.com. That's our website. Pretty much, if you get at me on any social media platform, I can give you any information. But again, I Motivate the Streets on Instagram, Antoine Gray on Facebook, man.
Thank you, everybody.
My pleasure.
For listening. And everybody else, we're going to catch you guys on the next one. Remember, tomorrow, yourviberadio.com. I'll see you guys then.
Appreciate you, Kev.
Thanks, Tom. Peace.